Hello, my dear viewers. Welcome to this coffee cup reading. This coffee cup is for all Sagittarians and it's for the month of July, a little bit over 2026. I hope you'll enjoy this coffee cup. It's going to tell you a lot of things, different areas of your life, whatever it needs to tell you. I will be delivering the messages for you. My dear Sag, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new to the channel, still welcome. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you and convey my best wishes to all of you. There is two things I want to tell you. For those of you who are new, no, I'll tell you that in a moment. What I do want to say before I forget, because I came to tell you last time and I forgot, a very quick disclaimer, let's say. I have decided to do, after a lot of requests, I have decided to do the coffee cup reading, personal readings, for any of you who want your own coffee. Provided that you drink your own coffee, you take a picture of all of it, and you send it to me with 2 questions and your full date of birth and first name only. That's all you do, where I meditate and read your cup. That's going to be just yours for you, the year you're born. That governs a lot on top of being your name governs things. In ancient, I use all the ancient wisdom, the coffee cup you drink, everything, and tell you all about you. And there'll be 2 questions that I want you to ask that are the most important ones in your life that you want a lot of details about. So I can also revolve my meditation around them. So you can do that either by WhatsApp, sitting face to face and talking about it, or if you don't want to do that, I can deliver it to you with WhatsApp on the phone, whatever's comfortable for you. So for those of you who are interested and really need support and want to have your own coffee cup read, just drink it, prepare the pictures, reach out to me, and I'll tell you all the rest of the process. Now, for those of you who are new to this channel or to this coffee cup, I want you to be mindful that prior to this, I meditate. I'm given a lot of information. I write down on a piece of paper and I deliver it to you at the end of the reading. My dear Sag, something weird has happened in July, which I'd like to report to you. All the initials have been removed for all the signs. All the initials that I used to go through are absolutely removed for all the signs. And that was something that's never happened in 6 years of me doing this cup on this channel. So that was the shocking part. I'll leave that to you, and I'd love to hear your feedback to see why you think the universe or the heavens removed the initials. Okay, now moving on to the beginning to show you the cup, what your cup looks like. It's really incredible. And wow. Yes, it is absolutely amazing. There's a lot happening here, a lot of spirituality. Okay, let me start with the beginning. A little bit of light, and here we go. What is the first thing I see? It's amazing. I said spirituality, and that's the first thing I see. First and foremost, I see a locket. You know those lockets that you put around your neck? It looks like a locket, some sort of a necklace. Something very bizarre. In fact, I need to get this closer to me just to see what kind of a locket is this, for goodness sake. There's something inside it. Was that a clover? There's something. There's beads. There's clover. There's something there. It is a very special locket. It could be given to you as a gift. It could be trying to tell you something spiritual, because right next to it, there's a spiritual event taking place. This locket can represent jewelry. It can represent a gift. It can be a piece of gold left to you as a gift, or left to you in inheritance. I'll tell you why I'm saying all this, because I'm also seeing that there is grief. There is someone dissipating, someone sort of losing themselves. This person is someone that used to be very powerful. They were very good with their hands, someone wonderful. But what's happening is slowly, they're getting to the point where they are losing maybe their memory, maybe their capacity. This could be representing someone not necessarily old, could be someone that's not old, but it does look to me like it's someone that needs to rest. And if, God forbid, somebody was to pass on, I want you to understand that this person needs to rest. That's what I'm shown. It's not shocking. I've never seen anything like this in my life. So there will be grieving, perhaps the loss of. Some of you could be dealing with a pet or a child or a person, any kind of person, but I do see also a dog here that's held in embraced. So it could be a child also. So I'm not saying that a child could be passing. I'm just saying that there is someone that is losing power, losing the ability, their capacity. And it can happen that you are holding someone and grieving for the loss of this person, number one. Number two, there is a karmic ending also connected to this story and a spiritual event, both together. This could be also somebody, a chapter that's ending, and you're holding on to someone after this chapter ends. That could be also that. But I do see that there is a wreath there, so I can't deny the fact that there could be somebody passing, because there's sorrow and loss with the wreath. And there also, I see a little bit of tears, and I see a beautiful caterpillar. So a major, beautiful change comes after this, and things are going to change. There's a change coming, and it's going to be a very powerful one. Now, moving on, I see that some forces have been not working towards you, and you have been seeing a lot of going through some obstacles, but the good news is you're overcoming the obstacles. And I see also wealth coming your way. I also see a gate opening up, and in this gate I see success and I see victory. So a doorway, but a great gate, a great victory is taking place for you. I see you resting from a big battle after overcoming the obstacles and gaining wealth, gaining momentum, gaining progress in you being in control of your life, or even in control of a company or a business, something like that. So that's very detailed, very detailed. Wow. Moving on to the next level. Okay, I'm seeing a little bit of anxiety and worry, and it shows to me that this is it's probably to do with the past, what you might have gone through, even though you overcome the obstacles, but you did put a lot of effort. I see a lot of effort, a lot of financial, you dipped into your finances, into your resources. Financial discipline now is needed because so much you've spent. But I'm also saying that the things that were stuck, that you were not able to maneuver your way through, are going to be, you'll be released from them. Fear is all over the place for you. Try not to be too anxious about or guilty about what happened or the past, because it was something that was destined to take place. From the beginning, it showed to me there's a spiritual intervention in this situation. So it wasn't something that you might have thought that you weren't enough, or you felt guilty you didn't do enough, or you weren't there. There's nothing to feel guilty about. You have done your best, and this was something that had to be done, something that reached its peak, believe it or not. The heavens are going to be very generous with you. The universe, whatever you believe in, they're going to be very generous with you. I see you are very duty bound, and being practical and dutiful sometimes can take its toll on you. So you've got to be relaxed a little bit. Try to create something that gives you a little bit of fun, a little bit of excitement, a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of, be generous with yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Try to be generous with yourself. Give yourself some holiday, some space, something to do that makes you feel good. Be generous, because the heavens are going to be very generous with you. Be generous with yourself first and then with others. That's some sign that's a very important sector that's been talked about here. Generosity needed. And talking about generosity, I see a large capacity of money coming to you. And sometimes this money can be inheritance. Sometimes it can be, what's the word? It is inheritance. Sometimes it's unexpected. So it can be inheritance. It can also be a windfall. So I'll still say play the lotto or the lottery unless you get an inheritance. But I do want to tell you something. When this money comes, there are two people that are turning their back on each other. That means there could be a bit of a problem with this money, dividing it. Somebody gets more than the other one. Maybe there's a will and somebody is the executor, the other one isn't, and the other sibling is angry. There could be something like that. Two people are turning their back on each other. But what's coming is changing your life. It's ground changing to the point where you are changing your concept. You might be feeling unsettled, and all of a sudden, because of this amount of money, you're able to settle, you're able to buy. Some of you are buying land, some of you could be buying farms, some of you could be expanding the land where your home is, and some of you could be buying a business. Some of you could be buying a big farm. This could be also a big farm. Especially those of you who have got Pisces in you. If you're ascendant as Pisces, or there's Pisces in your chart strong, I feel like there could be the purchase of a land here. You're manifesting what you want, and your fluctuating income will become more steady, especially with the new ideas and new strategies that you're thinking, implementing, and somebody might be helping you to bring them on. And also what's bringing this on is domestic harmony, because you finally have peace around you. You've overcome the challenges, and now you're more capable of making proper, or rather not proper decisions, but implementing some strategies, new strategies. You know what? I keep seeing the clover all around the place, and I've been working lately a lot with the clover for different kind of clients that I'm helping, bringing them luck so they can win the lottery. And I'm seeing clover all because I've been working with it and seeing clover and, instigating different kind of methods. But now I'm seeing it all over your reading. Everywhere there's a clover. That's shocking. So anyway, that means a lot of luck is on its way to you. A lot of luck. That's beautiful. Okay. As I was saying, you're implementing strategies that are also going to be bringing you a lot of luck. So you're investing well, you're doing well, and the harmony that you're feeling around you is helping you become more creative and more powerful, and more information is coming to you. If you're breathing it and meditating, then all the doors open when that happens. When I meditate, which I do daily, it starts coming at me from all angles. Even when I'm asleep, I get information beyond anything that I even expect. It's teaching me how to do what I'm doing in the daytime. On last week, what I did, how to implement further. It's just shocking when you do meditate. Meditation is magic, and I always recommend it highly to everyone. There's a great enthusiasm building around you, which is going to motivate you to do something. Actually, it might be moving you towards a new venture, a new idea, a new goal that you want to establish. Now you've got the funds to do so after the money does come. I do see you reaching out to something, but most of all, I'm seeing you reach to your destination, something you wanted, something you've planned for. Your light is shining brightly and you're reaching your destination, whatever that might have been, whatever it is. All the confusion disappears. All the feelings of rejection disappears. And one more thing. That criticizing mind or thoughts or people in your head or whatever you may call it, that negative critical mind that doesn't stop and it's in your head constantly, telling you different things and making you feel rejected, making you feel not good enough, whatever it is, that is going to be shut down somehow. When you surrender to something, when you take action and surrender, I feel like by you breaking some pattern or some bad habit or something that was taking you to a level very bizarre. Something that was giving you hallucinations, maybe. Something that was eating your head up, eating your heart up. Something that was eating you up. That is coming to healing. That is healing. You're surrendering something, and by you surrendering that something or someone or a situation or a habit, it's healing you. Absolutely healing you. I see someone hugging you, someone that's passed on, someone that's not in this world. They're hugging you from the side. You must feel it. If you ever feel somebody hugging you from the side, maybe your left hand side of your body, then know it is someone that's passed on that wants to reach out to you. They want to eliminate your confusion about something that you've kept on in your heart for the longest time. A lot of healing is going to take place, excessive amount of healing. It might have started already. For many of you, will start from June, and it won't stop all the way to December this year. A broken bridge is going to be mended. A lot of healing is taking place. It is after this healing you start taking care of yourself. I do see the Chinese year of the dragon here, very big. I kept on looking at it and then dismissing it because of constantly trying to put things together here. But there is a major dragon here, and that tells me that, I'll just bring it closer 1 second to my face. Here we go, to my eyes. Yeah, there is a dragon. A big dragon is here for those of you who are born the Chinese year of the dragon. I do see a lot of smoke here also. I do see someone reaching out to you and supporting you and helping you at the same time. And I'm seeing that after the healing, yes, it is another dragon. Wow. Chinese zero dragon all over the place. And there's also Chinese zero the pig here. The lion is here also. Those of you who have Leo and you are dealing with someone that has Leo. There's a lot of Chinese here. But anyway, I don't want to get lost from my train of thought where I was. Oh, yes. The vanity. I'm seeing you take care of yourself here more. You're paying attention more. You're caring more. You're spending on yourself more, which is good. You need it. Maybe you left yourself for so long and not really taking care of yourself. And now that this has happened, this is major transformation. You are going to be more lighthearted, more carefree, more freedom, more ability, more capacity, more caring, more generous with yourself and others, like they said before. And hence comes your vanity, taking care of the way you look, the way you dress, the way you take care of yourself. Your health is all over the place also. Always remain faithful to what you believe in, to your inner thoughts, to your ideals, but still with flexibility so that you don't create problems by being overly, demanding, overly expecting of others or even yourself. So you need to be a bit gentle and a little bit more giving to yourself. You're very good with money and you do great with money. And I see your money skills are going to be put into action. Something you're doing, something you're buying, something you're planning to buy. All you need to know now is not to take too many big risks. Make sure you study everything well. Make sure you look at all the avenues when you're doing anything and all the channels. And for example, I'll give you just a small example. Let's say you're buying a business. Make sure you look at all the taxes for 2-3 years prior or 5 years prior to it, how it's been doing. Make sure you look at also everything, how the money is coming in, how it's being kept, maintained. Like, look at everything. There could be somebody just putting money in to make a business look good when it's really not making what it is. So always look at the taxation, look at the past situations. If there's money owing to the taxes, watch also for things that have left unrepaired. If there's a lot of repair in a place and it hasn't been done, you know that that person wasn't making enough money and they were just letting things go and they might have fixed. I mean, this is just hypothetically, it just came out of nowhere. I don't know why this has to be talked about here, but it just came and I've got to say it. I'm not very good in examples, but that example came. So don't take things at face value, but at the same time, do take it as face value. When you see a place that needs a lot of repair and it's been left undone, that means that person is not spending on it. That means that place isn't doing well. And then question, are they selling it if it's doing so well? Always remember those things. And that's what I mean by investigate, interrogate before you take any action. Exposure, reputation of the place, ask around, whatever it takes. I do see there's a lot of paperwork. I do see contracts. Now, some of you could be going into contracts, new contracts to do with work, not necessarily a business, but in every way, your attention is needed. Your capacity is needed, because I see education, lawyers, law. Maybe some of you are thinking of educating yourself about a situation. Maybe there's a lawyer needed. And don't hesitate when you're buying something, whether it's a house or business or whatever it may be. Make sure that you pay for a lawyer, not just a conveyancer. A lawyer so they can investigate everything. Building inspector, if it's a house, whatever it is, invest the money. Don't think twice about it, because that saves you years of heartache and a lot of, losses. To prevent losses, that's what I mean. I do see something is driving you to take action. Something that you want to get done. You might be dealing with someone that's a bit stubborn. I do see a little bit of a donkey here. Donkey represents stubbornness. But you are very brave and very strong and very reliable. So you won't stop until you do it, until you do get it, until you get it done. There is someone you can count on also. This could be also helping you. There is something saying now it's not the time. I see a moose here, which tells me that you've got to be very careful as to pay attention to your higher self, to your intuition. Also know that now is not the time to do something. The moose comes also as a warning to watch everything from all angles, and if now is not the time, maybe a little bit later on, it may be. For example, when I said to you, I'll do the coffee cup privately, personally for you, your own, not every Sagittarius. Every Sagittarius is different than other Sagittarius, according to the year you're born, according to the name, according to the date you're born, all up your date, the whole thing, like everything governs everything. But the year, more than anything else, that's not even talked about. Only talked about in Chinese years, and not even much. Nobody hardly knows anything about the Chinese years. But the year itself governs a lot. For example, I'll give you a small example. It's in relation to what we're talking about. If the year you're born doesn't go well, it doesn't align energetically with the year existing, 2026, and you're about to buy a business. Now, everything relies on your year of birth and the year existing now, running now, controlling now. If you buy it at this year and the year is not good for you, ultimately the fruit of that won't be good. Let's say it's a karmic year. Let's say it's the enemy. Let's say it's one that takes from you, and you buy a business. You are doomed. And I'm not saying that to make you feel bad. I'm giving an example to make you understand how years govern everything. And that's what the reason I do a lot of private readings, which I've started. I wasn't doing it since 2020, I think I stopped. It takes a lot out of me because I go deep and I try to investigate everything to prevent. I like to prevent losses. I like to prevent grief. I like to prevent pain. I like to prevent everything because I'm a healer and I'm a humanitarian. So all of it, not to mention psychologist. So I try to repair situations before they come tumbling down. And if I can prevent it, I can. And the reason I brought this up, my dear Sag, is because I'm seeing a no. I'm seeing now is not the right time. Maybe after 7 months we get into the year of 2027, it might be okay with you. It depends. Again, it depends on the year you're born. So my advice is, because of what I just saw here, and this moose showing me there's something spiritual going on, something behind the scenes. If you are about to take a step and buy something big, invest in getting a private reading, especially about that something that they're saying now is not the time. And let's see why. If you are in this position, reach out to me. And I will prioritize it if you're in the midst of buying a business or a home or a farm or something. I'm going through that actually with someone right now who wants a reading, one of my viewers who's in the process of buying something big. Okay. So I just remembered it after I told the story because I can see something like that. Some of you could be in the process of doing something, taking on a big step, so that you can break free and you don't have any entanglements or any kind of, what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word. So that your freedom is not compromised and so that you are prevented from losses. Make sure you take action if there is something big that you're doing. I see a carefree time for you. I see a release this year. I see a lot of release, which is really wonderful. But I also see somebody is sort of like their fears are triggered because of somebody pulling away from them, somebody leaving their life. Could be that, but it's happening for a reason. If somebody is leaving your life or you're leaving somebody's life, you can see the triggers or the synchronicities or the signs or whatever that shows that someone's leaving for good. There's a reason for it. This has to be established because there's something else coming. I see the Wheel of Fortune here. I also see a soulmate here. Someone with fair complexion. Someone that's not dark. Someone that has light features. But they do have brown eyes. I see brown eyes, but they're light brown, so they could be green also. I'm seeing a soulmate connection. I'm seeing that there's someone has to leave for somebody else to come. And if that leaving happens, don't be too sad about it if something's falling apart. Someone new is about to come. And this someone is a soul connection. Past life, you've connected to this person. It's going to be magical when you meet. It's going to be exhilarating when you meet. It's been developing, actually. And you know how you'll know what I'm talking about? When you meet this person and they start telling you their action, how they were here, they moved there, this happened, you will see what I'm talking about. It was already developing so that they will meet you. This person isn't in your vicinity. They were somewhere else. They came to visit someone, to do a job here, and they meet you. Then in that process, you will remember my words. The destiny is maneuvering situations to bring someone very special in your life. Very interesting. Someone who's going to be the one, whether it's going to be the one that you spend the rest of your life with, whether it's going to be someone, the one that you are so happy to do business with, a great partnership that you'll be in peace and happy with, or a great mentor, a great teacher. It is happening now. Or maybe to help you prevent something, to help you upgrade something in your life. All of that is possible. But I do see a firefly, which means exhilaration, magical exhilaration is happening. The reason that there's a break. Oh, this is so important. I can't believe it. I just understood why. Some of you will be breaking free with someone. Those triggers that you're feeling someone's leaving or you're leaving them. It's because of a child. A child is waiting to be born. Wow. Some of you have to break separation. Yes. Separation due to a child. Now, this is very interesting because I got a child here and I got a spirit waiting to be born. So that means some of you haven't had children and you got to break up with this to be able to have your child. Some of you, it's a mission that you have taken on and you've got to create some sort of shelter for a victim. My goodness, this is so deep, your reading. I knew it was all spiritual. There's going to be a lot of your wisdom needed. You'll have guidance from the heavens or the universe guiding you how to proceed with this mission that you need to support others. And this child that's about to be born, this other child, they're both very spiritual. Something about them. I can't wait to get feedback when I hear things like this or see things like this or tell you things that are very spiritual. I love feedback about those things, how that when they do happen, even if you write to me a small letter, just letting me know. These are the only things that move me, spirituality. Nothing else moves me in this world. There is a separation, but it's happening for a reason. The victim, being a victim is going, you're becoming more wise, more strong, more powerful. But you've got to be careful. There is that caution about the risk you take. Do not take a risk. Simple. It's just so simple. Something big happens in July. Maybe in July you'll be discussing it. Maybe in July somebody's leaving. The triggers are there. Something big happening in July. It could be connected to someone born in the Chinese year of the rooster. Connected to the rooster. If not the Chinese, connected to the rooster. My goodness. Something happening in July, something happening. The rooster also is connected to October. The rooster is also connected to someone being arrogant or boastful, someone that you should not cross and try to avoid. That's another factor. So again, I will say, it's repeating here. Now is not the time. This is the time for you to withdraw and contemplate and build your strength. Now is not the time. I said it before and I'm saying it again twice. And that's the message. Now is not the time. Don't seek distraction. You need quiet time now to create order in your life. There is a little bit of chaos that needs your full attention. So now is not the time. Whatever you're thinking about something, it's not the right time. Communication is so important. You are very curious about something. Diplomacy is needed when you are dealing with something difficult. There is an alert saying diplomacy, use diplomacy. Sometimes I, being also a Libra, Sag, Leo, I'm very honest and direct and raw to the point. Sometimes I try to hold myself not to tell the truth the way it is, and I have to think, and I'm going to try to sugarcoat it. I'm not good with sugarcoating. I was never good with sugarcoating. I just can't. There's too much in my mind to try to find the sugar. I don't even know how to bring the sugar on. So anyway, this is about you being a bit diplomatic in the way you express yourself, not too direct. Gather information. Let AI help you put the sugar there, or the information that helps you deliver what you have to say, right? But with a little bit of, coat it with sugar, honey, and whatever, icing, and whatever it takes. Mental acuity is important. Cleverness is there. You've got it all. Just the expression is important, and the way you present your ideas. If you are going in a meeting, or if you're presenting something in your office, or whatever, strategies are needed, but you're dealing with someone a little bit difficult in some ways here. I don't know whether it's connected to this or not. There is something that has reached to a standstill, to a dead end. There's no way out. And again, there's blockages and delay tactics. Maybe the tactics are not working, what I was saying before with diplomacy. Or they could be they're not too different because they're sitting next to each other. So compromise is needed. Refusing to compromise brings us back to that donkey, which is stubbornness. Could it be the same person? Or it could be a competition, an opponent that's competing with you. Either way, you've got to be very cautious. And I also see that some of you are clinging too much or too tight onto things. You've got to let go a little bit. Let the flow of energy come in and what's the word? There is divine intervention. And there is a serendipitous event happening here. There are promises that are kept, and the sun is shining to bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of healing. And you need healing in all of this that's going on. Did I go this over? So I started this way and I came back and I took all the way. Oh my God. I could go on forever, but I got to stop. I do see a ring here. And I do see, for some of you, marriage. For others, it could be business, like a contract. There is a contract also. A lot of achievements and a lot of abundance coming your way. I see a beautiful transformation taking place, like a metamorphosis where everything changes in your life and it becomes amazing. Feeling tied down, frustrated, disappear. Everything is moving smoothly in your journey. I see a treasure for you. A treasure that's hidden. It hasn't showed itself, but it's coming. And it could be a windfall. There is opportunity of a windfall. There's a treasure hidden for you, money hidden for you, a situation where it'll give you, after this is kind of happening at a time after separation. Remember, after something ends, feeling lonely, all of that, feeling isolated, feeling sad is going to be dissipating due to the money and the abundance that's coming, and the treasure is going to get you busy to start a new life. You will see that you'll be blessed with a new love, a new someone, like a soulmate coming in your life. This soulmate is going to be a little bit far from you, but you'll be very close together in so many other ways. And the more you understand each other, the more you will start getting closer. This person has got Sagittarius like you, believe it or not, my dear Sag. There's Sagittarius there. And you could be meeting this person around the Sagittarius time, which is November. How amazing is that? Now, I'll go through quickly the star signs. So I see earth energy, which is one of your soulmates. Earth and water is your soulmate. When it's just earth with fire, it's a twin flame. When it's water with fire, it's your twin flame. Okay, so what am I seeing here? And when it's air with earth, is a twin flame also. Okay. The other thing is, the other factor is the earth energy that I'm seeing. What have we got here? So we've got Virgo. Virgo, 1, 2, 3, 4 with Gemini. Mercury's there. So we've got 4 Virgo, Gemini. I see 3 Capricorn. And I see 2 Taurus, Libra. Okay. Then I see the fire energy here, which is like yourself. And I see Sagittarius 3 times. So that's 4 because of the other one. 4 Aries and 2 Leo. So for the majority, you'll be dealing with Virgo. In the earth energy, it'll be the Virgo Gemini. And second comes Capricorn, then Taurus, Libra. And then in the fire energy, the first one is, actually they're on the same level. Aries 4, Sagittarius 4, and 2 Leo, okay? Then comes the water energy, which is the other part of your soul family. So the water becomes a twin when it's on its own with something else. So we've got water energy, not when it's with air, when it's with earth and fire, but not with air. Anyway, water energy, we've got Cancer. There's 4 Cancer here. Pisces, 3.5, 4 Pisces here. So Cancer, Pisces for the majority, and then comes Scorpio. Okay, as for the air energy, we have Aquarius 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Aquarius. We got, what else? We got Libra here. 1, 2, 3. Libra with Venus. So Libra, Taurus. Now remember we did Taurus, Libra before. I think there were 2. Yeah, there were 2. And now we've got another 3. That makes it 5. What's incredible about this is this. Okay, so for the majority, it's Virgo, Gemini, because I see Gemini with Mercury, 3 of them. And before we had 4 Virgo, Gemini, that makes it 7. So the majority of Sagittarius will be dealing with Virgo, Gemini, a person that is Virgo or Gemini. They've got, whether they're born Virgo under the sign, but they've got Virgo in the background. If they're born Virgo, they've got Gemini in the background. And Libra comes second for the rest of you. Second on the ladder because there's 7. Was there 7? There was 2 before and 3, 5. Sorry, there's 5. Okay, so 5 Libra, Taurus. The majority will be dealing with Virgo, Gemini. There was 7 of them, and Aquarius is strong too. Aquarius, there's 4 Aquarius here, which is very strong. And Aquarius does go very well with Sagittarius. Just put a bit of earth there and it becomes a beautiful twin flame. Now, in regard to water energies, we did talk about them. Yes, so now I'm going to go to the Chinese. Oh my God, it's such a long video. It's becoming so long because I saw a lot of spirituality. I got overwhelmed. But those of you who are dealing with the signs, I'll tell you who are the majority of you dealing with. I see the tiger, very strong, the tiger, the buffalo, ox buffalo, the pig, and the rat, the majority of you. Then the second on the ladder is the rooster, the goat, and the dog. Okay, that was very fast. And the snake, sorry, the snake is there too. Second on the ladder. Now we're going to deliver to you everything here. I'll just have a sip of water very quickly to get this happening. Bear with me. Okay. Let's continue on. Glasses off. And what have we got? It's got the heart of the matter. You've got to get to the heart of the matter. There is something that needs you to get to the heart of the matter. There is a situation to do with family and departure. Family and departure. I saw that. Somebody's leaving. Okay, so that's repeating. The heart of the matter is important. Family and departure. Something about the ox. Wow, the buffalo. Year of the ox. It was very, very strong here. Something about timing. July could be the timing where a family member or someone that is connected to the Chinese year of the ox or buffalo might be leaving. There might be justice happening with them. Justice may be needed or something to do with justice. I did see lawyers here. And so much chaos and loss. Oh, I don't like that. So much chaos and loss. The chaos, it could be the grieving I saw, the sorrow, family, could be somebody in the family passing on. There could be things to do with the will. There could be two people turning their back on each other. Remember, I saw all of that. Could be this, could be that. Lawyers are needed. There could be something. But whatever it is, if you need help, reach out. I can do a coffee cup for you privately, like your own personally, and that way you can work out to get to the heart of the matter especially. Okay, so chaos and loss. But that is okay because it's not okay, but you are truly appreciated. Look at this. You are truly appreciated. And that might come up out of all of this chaos. So it works out well for you. You are truly appreciated. I need time to get to know you. Somebody doesn't want to rush, either yourself or someone who's very interested in you, which was probably the soulmate that might be coming, just meeting. They need time to get to know you. There is something about Chinese year of the tiger. I saw the tiger, the first one was in your reading. And that makes the tiger for the majority of you, dealing with someone born the Chinese year of the tiger. Now, the other factor is, it's funny because, no, I won't say that. It's nothing to do with the reading. It was something connected to the tiger, but don't worry about it. The number I was given is number 1, connected to the Chinese year of the rat. It is connected to a beginning, something big that's going to begin. A great new beginning is about to begin after something is ending. It is connected to January. People born in January who are Capricorn and Aquarius, they are both very strong, especially Aquarius in your reading. And it is also connected to January 2027. From the time you see this cup all the way to January 2027, a great new beginning. And that's the end of your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Do give me a thumbs up, my dear Sag. Let me know what you think. I wish you abundance of blessings in everything you're doing. Namaste.